Hello everybody! Today we will do Icecube dyeing. Icecube dyeing has many different results and one thing they all have in common is that you never know what you get. So for example, I have this t-shirt here. So that was done in Icecube dyeing with some preparation to get those stripes here. Then we have, for example, another t-shirt that I made also with Icecube dyeing, of course, that is more with like those circles. It has some here that over goes to the back side and like two big circles here in the back. And I'll show you exactly how to do those, you know. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Then I have this long, like a jacket that also has the circle technique. It has a big one in the front. So one on the shoulder here and a small one in the front. So and another one on the other side in the front, like that one here. And those are really fun to make and very easy to make, so we will just work on a few and do the preparation, and then I'll show you how to do the next few steps. What I need as a garment to dye is something that is preferably white and 100% of a natural fiber. Like 100% cotton works best, or 100% linen, 100% anything. So my garment for today that I want to dye is like a, what is it, kind of a bathrobe kind of thing. That you know, it's a very long bathrobe that is has short sleeves though. It's an overlapping design in the front. And as I said, it's very long and it has a belt with it. So I will use all of those techniques for that one garment. I decided I want to have like some stripes and some circles, and then see what the result will be. So what we would need is either like rubber bands that I just had laying around here, like any kind of rubber band, or some tie, like some yarn that doesn't rip very easily, something that is a little stronger, like leftover things that, for example, this used to be some fabric from my muslin, and I just cut it into this long strip, ripped it all the length, and that's a perfect material to use also to wrap things. And then I have that belt that I also can use for wrapping. So for a stripe design, like let's say I want to do 2 stripes on each sleeve, I will just use my sleeve here, put that more in the center, and I will put, you know, like crumble it together, kind of like that. Very, you know, there's no really like a perfect way. You can just squeeze it together here and then put a rubber band around it. And the result will be that my dye will soak into everything but where the rubber band is.
Yeah. So persistent, yeah. So persistent, so persistent, yeah. That's right. So persistent, yeah. So persistent, yeah. So persistent, yeah.
So then I will, like, so these are my 2 sleeves here. They are not exactly the same, but that is totally fine. So, you know, if you look for the perfect machine-made, symmetric, whatever piece, then tie dyeing or ice cube dyeing is then not the right technique if you want to control everything, you know. So, okay, and now I have the two front pieces here, and I want to do some circles. And I will do the circles. Looks kind of funny, I know. So then I want maybe a bigger circle on the right side, down further here. So I grab my fabric, get it all the way down, and I'll do a circle like that. And this one I will do a double circle, so I put a second rubber band further up here. So I have those two here in the front, and then I will do one more in the back, like also kind of a bigger one. And yeah, let's do it a little off center. So let's see. One is down here, the other one is more up there. So maybe down here. And I also want to do a bigger one here. And now I have, what I have left is the bottom, or the end of my hem. Basically, it has a big slots on this side. So that's this, the front piece, the back, and the other front. And I will use my you know, muslin piece here and do something that is a little different, and I will fold this here. So I have my three pieces, front, back and front, and I will just fold it. And like, think about maybe 2 inch wide, whatever you want. There is no limitations to that. And I strap them around and tie them. So this is basically my prepared bathrobe that doesn't have any shape anymore right now, but that's fine. So I will just fold that loosely together, and the next step will be to soak it in soda ash. And that is, like, first you had washed and dried your fabric or your piece, then you tie it, and then you soak it in soda ash. And the soda ash is there to fix the material, so that your material, that your dye stays in the fabric and doesn't wash out. So now I have the belt left, and I just do another zigzag fold for the belt and put a rubber band around it. Okay, so this is my belt here and my bathrobe. Then I will also use, for the same technique, I will do that on a little jacket or whatever. I had bought that a while ago, and I like the cut and the shape and everything about it, but I am not really crazy about the color. It's a little too dull for me. So I decided to just give it a try and, you know, like, put that in my Icecube dyeing just the way it is. So I'm not tying anything So I just see how this turns out. Okay, so I have those two pieces. Then what else I will need? So I will soak both of those in my soda ash that I have here. It's like a white powder. And I will put in maybe half a cup of a soda ash with roughly a gallon of warm water and let it just sit there for maybe 10 minutes or so. And then I take it out, I twist it out, and then I'm ready to go. And what else I need when I actually do the dyeing process, I will use one of those aluminum foil forms like that you usually buy around Thanksgiving for your turkey. And what's really the perfect size mash on it is like this piece here. So I will just walk you through the whole process really quick before I set it up outside. So this is a tray to catch all the liquidized dye, so we don't leave a big mess. But unless, you know, like sometimes it drips on the side because the ice cubes melt in a weird way that we cannot control so much. That's why I do the whole thing outside in like a dirt lot or behind in the garden in a corner. So this tray here will hold my garments that I had soaked in soda ash. I will pack those on top here very nicely, and then I will dome all those with ice cubes. So I will have a lot of ice cubes right here and have them all like, oops, not squeezed down like that, but sit on top of my tray. And on top of the ice cubes then I will powder a little bit of my fiber reactive dye, the powder dye, and it's not much, maybe a teaspoon from 2 different colors each. So you have like 2 teaspoons of dye, you don't need more than that. And then I will just let it sit in the sun and wait till the ice cubes melt down, and the dye will melt through the ice cubes into my garments. So this is basically the whole process. So I hope you will enjoy it, and I will see you outside in the garden. So okay, so now we are here in the back garden on the outside, and I will set up my area here. So I will wear protection gloves, a mask, and an apron just in case. Let's do the same thing with my napkins. And my second tray will be the nightgown and the belt. Okay, and then we can cover both with ice cubes. And my ice cube delivery person just arrived. And now we do the magic, and that is putting the dye powder on it. And I have 2 different ones, indigo and black. For the left tray, I will use both of them. And for the right one, I only use the black. Wait till the ice melts. So our next step will be to wash out the excessive dye, and best is to do that also on your dirt lot. And everything that is not tied or with rubber bands around, they can be just washed out. And you wash them out until there is no dye left. Like, leave the rubber bands on for now and give a first wash with the rubber bands and everything intact. So just for the first wash. And then I cut the rubber bands. First I hang it up and just make sure it doesn't slide down. And then I undo the rubber bands after I give it another wash with the hose. So I make sure that all my white spots or the lighter colored spots will remain the lighter colored spot. So now I will cut the rubber bands. So, and I'm ready to hang it up to dry. And then I'll show you the result later. Hello, my name is Edith Schneider and I am the German tailor. Not only because Schneider means tailor, and everything I teach comes with a German accent, but because I am a tailor and I am German. Like, I worked as a model, as a publisher in a magazine publishing company. I worked as a designer I had my own business, store owner, studio owner, production. I worked as a buyer and seller, as a quality control manufacturer, importer. So, oh God, so many, so many different roles. And I like to wear a lot of shoes as long as they are fashionable. I don't mind. I love what I do. I am very passionate about my field, and therefore I created that YouTube channel. If you like what you see, please share, like, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.